Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to Fun Day Friday, where I try to, on most Fridays, just come on and do a short little tutorial on a cute little project. So today's design, I'm going to be doing a centerpiece, and I'm using these little snowmen right here. And I've got a bright red charger, and I think it came from like Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. I do a lot of my centerpiece designs on the chargers. They're a nice size, they're light, makes it easy for shipping. And I'm going to use a block of the styrofoam. And it's actually the floral foam. And let me get some of that out of my glue pot here, or my skillet, and get that glued down. Definitely need to get some more glue sticks in here. Okay, and I'm just going to glue that right down in the middle, and we'll just hold that for a few minutes to make sure that gets nice and stuck on there. Okay, let's see if I've got some of my moss here handy. I don't see my green, so I'm going to just use a little bit of my kind of a neutral color. Just get that up here. I'm going to fill the base pretty full, so I'm not going to really need that much, but I am going to put just a little bit around the sides. And I'm going to secure it with some floral pins. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put it right there in the front. And you really won't see much of the moss once I get everything done. Typically on my winter designs, I'll use more of a green moss, and in the summer and spring, I use more of the, what I'm going to call just kind of a neutral color. And we'll put a little bit here. Floral pins you can buy anywhere. They just look like this. And I am dipping them in a little bit of my hot glue. And let's put a little bit on both ends. A lot of you ask about my turntable that I use and where I got it. My husband actually made mine. Okay, 2 more pins and we're ready to go. And 1 more. Okay, so we just had that. And if you wanted, you could trim some of this back if it bothers you. But like I said, by the time we get everything in there, you're not really going to see much of it. But it is messy. Okay, next I'm going to do is I'm going to take some hot glue, put it on the bottom, and we're just going to glue this right into place. So I'm going to turn it around, and I think I'm going to put mine, instead of going straight across, I'm actually going to put mine at an angle. And I'm just going to dip the whole thing right down in my electric skillet here. Okay, we're going to hold that just for a couple of minutes here. Make sure it gets nice and hard on here. I'm going to be switching over the studio from fall to Christmas this weekend. So right now, which you can't see it, but everything around me is a mess. Okay, so first off, we're going to start adding some greenery all the way around. So let's get rid of this. And I think what I'm going to use is just some of this frosted greenery here. And I think I got this one at Hobby Lobby. Where did my clippers go? Okay, so let's just start cutting some pieces off there. And I've already got some pieces cut. Okay, so when you're doing your centerpiece, the first thing you want to look at is how wide, how long, or what width you want it wherever it's going to go in your house. So on this one, I'm not going to make this one super long. I think I'm just going to hang it over about 2 or 3 inches from our plate. So I'm actually going to cut this down just a little bit more. And we're just going to start gluing these in. And these little pieces that I'm cutting off, I'll use those as fillers. Looks about even. So what I do is I start on each end, and then I do one on each side, front and back. And then I'm going to do one on each corner. And it just kind of keeps me on my path of where I'm at if I get interrupted or I can't remember where I ended. Okay, and one on this corner. And then my last one's going to go on this corner closest to me. So I should have 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's typically how I start all of my centerpieces. And I'm going to kind of put some up, leave some down. Now I'm going to go in with my next layer, and I'm going to kind of go in between where I've started the others. So let's go with one, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go with this pick, and it's just a nice frosted one. So it's going to lay just right there on top of it. So I've got one on this side, so I'm going to come over here on this side. So I'm just filling in the opposite side of where I was at. If you guys can see that. I think almost all the picks I'm using came from a wholesaler, Sims Pottery, but you can use any type of greenery that you want. just a couple more pieces of this. Okay, some of my greenery wasn't quite as full as the other pieces, so I'm going back and adding where I've got some gaps. So I need one more piece. Typically what I do too, I will count out my pieces of greenery before I start to make sure I have enough of all the greenery I want to use, but I didn't on this one. So far I've just been lucky having enough of all the pieces. Okay, so let me lift that up so you can see where I've got all the greenery. So we've got 2 layers in it right now. Okay, so the next one I want to do, I think I'm going to put in this one. And I'm going to bring this one up a little ways and not lay it quite as flat. I'm not going to take this one all the way around. I think I'm just going to use maybe 4 pieces. I'm going to use 6 pieces. And last piece of this one. Okay, so there is our 3rd row. Okay, so that's all the greenery I'm going to put coming around here. So now I'm going to start using some greenery pieces to kind of build up a little bit without covering up my little cute snowman here. So I've got some of this greenery left over we can use, but I also like these little frosted ones. So I think I'm going to start with these first. Now these little picks came from Walmart. And then we're going to put some cute little ribbon. I've got some little peppermint candies since they're on sledding on a candy cane. Okay, so I want you to see how those are just kind of filling in. I'm keeping them nice and short, but they're going to fill in all of my floral foam going across. So that's why I really wasn't worried about putting much of the moss on the top. Ooh, this glitter. Glitter and frosted stuff goes everywhere. And I've got a little hole right there, so I'm going to fill it in with this pick. The little centerpiece, the Snowman, they came from a wholesaler, but you can find them just about at any place. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, sell all different kinds of cute little figurines. Okay, now we're going to put some across the front. Okay, so when I'm putting them across the front, I probably have about a ½ an inch or an inch of my foam showing. So instead of going right down next to the Snowman, I'm going to come in at an angle from the outside and let the fullness cover it up, because otherwise if I come too close, then it's going to cover up all of my cute little snowmen here. I think our last little piece. Nope, one more little bitty piece here. Oops. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our greenery. Nice and full and cute. And this recipe here, you can use and you can put anything in the center you want. Candles, lantern, bells. I just saw these cute little guys and thought it would be a fun day Friday. Okay, now we're going to kind of make it fun and whimsical. So I've got these little white picks here, and I think they came from either Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. You know, I think this pick here that I said came from Walmart actually came from Hobby Lobby. I had some others I got, but when I saw that orange tag, which I hate these things. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to put some right up behind them. So let's kind of play with some a little bit. So we're just going to do some fun things behind it here. And I'll come back and glue these in. I just want to make sure this is that we like them in the design. See how cute that is? So I'm going to glue those in real fast. And designs like this you can keep out all winter. And there's our 3 little picks there. And I'm thinking I'm going to put one on each side. So it just kind of looks like they are surrounded by snow and ice. Okay, if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what does. Okay, now we're going to play and put some little peppermints in here. I'm going to kind of bend these apart a little bit. I've got some little peppermint candies. We're going to break those apart. Maybe if they're not stuck together too bad. Nope. So we're just I'm just putting in some little peppermint picks kind of around it. I may not even use any ribbon on this design. We may not need it. Oops, one more here. I'm going to see if I can just use one whole pick without pulling it apart and do kind of a little bit of a cluster back here behind Mr. Snowman. Had to use my stem cutter because there's no way I could cut through that. So let's see what that looks like. Cute. See how cute he looks with all those little peppermint candies? Okay, I'm going to play with some ribbon, and I'm thinking I'm just going to do a simple loop or two right back here on the back side. So I've got some candy cane ribbon here, and then I've got some bigger stripe ribbon here. So let's kind of see what that's going to look like. And I'm going to keep it pretty short. didn't want to twist for me. Just going to zip tie this real quick. And I'm dovetailing the ends of the ribbon. And one more. And then I'm just going to use a floral pin to attach the bow. Okay, but first let's kind of see where we want it. Okay, I don't like it there, but I like the ribbon in the design. So I think I'm going to bring it up behind Mr. Claus. Or Mr. Snowman, sorry. Got too many holiday designs going. Okay, let's just put him right down there. Let that ribbon dry a little bit, the pin. And probably what I'll do is I'm going to put this bow on a longer pick because I want to make sure it stays in there nice and tight. But for right now, you guys will be able to see it when I get it arranged here. Now we got it in nice and tight. There we go. Much better. See how the bow really kind of accents the candy cane? I'm just kind of playing around with some of the picks I have in there. And I'm going to put another candy cane pick back here on the back side so it kind of evens it out. Just because I don't know where this is going to go, if it's going to be just on the back side or if people are going to see it from different angles. And I always want it to be finished on both sides. I wish you guys could see it up close because cameras just don't do it justice. It's so cute. And it just looks like a fun day out playing in the snow. And it's pretty all the way around. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this fun little centerpiece for Fun Day Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.